Many people witnessed a situation that completely changed how we understand the closeness between Taehyung and JUNGKOOK. During a live stream, JUNGKOOK decided to explain to Taehyung, step by step, how the triangle method works for flirting with someone you really like. JUNGKOOK explained that this technique involves moving your gaze in a specific way. First, you look at the lips, then you move your gaze up to the left eye, back to the lips, and finally you finish with the right eye. By doing this, you create a very strong connection of attention that demonstrates a deep interest in the other person, and JUNGKOOK was in charge of showing exactly how it's done in front of thousands of viewers. What makes this moment a direct revelation is that JUNGKOOK didn't just rely on words, but used his own eyes and gestures to practice the method while staring intently at Taehyung. By making these very personal gestures, JUNGKOOK made it clear that he was actually flirting with Taehyung at that very moment, transforming a simple explanation into a real sign of his feelings. It wasn't just any conversation, it was a display of affection where JUNGKOOK used his own body language to connect with Taehyung in a way that everyone could clearly see, demonstrating the special chemistry between them. Many people have noticed that Taehyung and JUNGKOOK have consistently left evidence of their relationship, demonstrating that they can't always hide their feelings when they're together. On a very special occasion, Taehyung decided to share a detail about his private life that caught everyone's attention. He mentioned that he has a habit of touching the ear of the person he's with when they're lying down or resting. This confession is very important because it describes an action of deep trust and affection that only occurs between people who have a very strong emotional bond and share intimate moments in their daily lives. The most striking part of this happened right after Taehyung's words, when the camera captured JUNGKOOK's immediate reaction. The moment he heard about touching ears while lying down, JUNGKOOK reached up to his own ear and began to touch it very naturally, as if he were remembering that physical contact on his own body. JUNGKOOK's action is a direct sign that he is the person Taehyung was referring to, revealing that they regularly shared these moments of rest and affection, thus confirming their relationship in everyone's eyes. By touching his ear in that way, JUNGKOOK confirmed that he is very familiar with that caress and that it is something that happens regularly between them. Many people have noticed a very special event that clarifies any doubts about what Taehyung feels in his heart. Despite having an extremely busy work schedule and being full of important commitments, Taehyung decided to dedicate a moment of his personal time to read and respond to messages from his followers. What became a direct revelation was the moment he chose to specifically reply to someone who supports Taekook. This serves as a daily reminder that Taehyung and JUNGKOOK are madly in love and that they are the only men who exclusively occupy their minds and hearts. This gesture from Taehyung is a clear sign that he recognizes and validates the love he shares with JUNGKOOK before the whole world. By taking the time to respond in this way, he is confirming that their relationship is a priority and that he has no problem showing who is the most important person in his life. It's an act of honesty that many people have received with great emotion, as seeing Taehyung so direct about his feelings allows us to understand that his bond with JUNGKOOK is strong and that they are both on the same emotional wavelength, always looking out for each other. In addition to this response, Taehyung showed the purity of his soul by worrying about everyone's well-being at the concert, asking them to dress appropriately for protection. This level of care and affection is exactly the same that JUNGKOOK constantly demonstrates, proving that they both share a very deep and similar way of loving. The way JUNGKOOK behaves when Taehyung is around is one of the strongest pieces of evidence we've seen recently. Many people have noticed that JUNGKOOK can't take his eyes off Taehyung for a single second, maintaining a constant gaze that reveals his true feelings. At this exact moment, you can see JUNGKOOK shift his gaze from everything else to focus solely on Taehyung. His expression completely changes, and a smile full of happiness appears, confirming that Taehyung is the person who brings him the most joy at any given moment. What makes this moment even more exciting is Taehyung's immediate reaction upon noticing JUNGKOOK staring at him so intently. Taehyung quickly turns to face him, points directly at him, and smiles back while biting his lip, creating an exchange of signals that are impossible to ignore. This behavior between the two is a clear indication that they enjoy their relationship and have no intention of hiding their feelings. Their gestures demonstrate a private and loving connection happening right before our eyes, leaving evidence of their bond. Even when working on a major stage, Taehyung and Jungkook always find a way to show that their love transcends everything else. Many people have focused their attention on a moment that clarifies many doubts about Taehyung and Jungkook's private lives. It all happened when Taehyung participated in the show Are You Sure? On Jeju Island, where a situation unfolded that allows us to understand the deep trust between them. On that occasion, we saw a Jungkook who had just woken up and, quite naturally, decided to take a picture of Taehyung's legs as he gently wiggled his feet. This simple act is actually a revelation of the physical closeness they share, as it shows Jungkook capturing a very personal and everyday moment of Taehyung in an atmosphere of complete tranquility. This helps us better understand what they have both said before about their sleeping habits. In the past, Jungkook stated with great certainty that Taehyung often wiggles his toes while resting, and Taehyung himself mentioned that he often talks in his sleep. What's most striking is that Jungkook has always been there to confirm that these details are entirely true, demonstrating that he knows perfectly how Taehyung behaves throughout the night. These details about foot movements and words spoken in sleep aren't things he learns by chance, they're the result of consistently and genuinely sharing the same sleeping space. Many people have been sharing a video on the Weverse platform claiming that the protagonists are Jimin and Jungkook, but the reality is quite different. Upon serious investigation, it has been confirmed that the boys appearing in the video are not them, but rather Sungho and Jaehyun, members of the group Boy Next Door. This is a blatant lie, as the original video was posted on Boy Next Door's official page and has nothing to do with the BTS members. It is crucial that the public knows the truth to avoid falling for deceptions that only seek to confuse fans. These kinds of misunderstandings occur because some people don't take the time to investigate and mistakenly believe that anyone with blonde hair or wearing a jacket and hat must be Jimin or Jungkook. It's very easy to find the correct information by checking official sources, but often people prefer to spread lies to try to create a non-existent interaction between Jimin and Jungkook. These attempts at deception only serve to confuse new K-pop fans who aren't yet familiar with all the artists, leading them to create completely false stories that only seek to highlight others and overshadow Jungkook's real relationship. These actions of spreading fake videos only highlight the lack of real evidence for other relationships, while Taekook continues to shine brightly. There's no need to invent moments or confuse members of other groups when you have a relationship as clear and full of evidence as Jungkook and Taehyung's. It's important to be straightforward and reject lies that only seek to defame or create non-existent situations. Taekook's love is real and based on actual events, demonstrating that their union is authentic and doesn't need fake videos for the whole world to know how much they love each other. Many people have noticed that Taehyung and Jungkook know each other very well, and this was clearly evident in how they answered all the questions recently. The facts show that they are like a complete encyclopedia of each other because they don't forget a single important detail of each other's lives. Everything they do is remembered with great precision, confirming that they spend a lot of time privately sharing their thoughts and personal goals. The way Taehyung stores every detail of Jungkook's dream and album ideas in his mind is proof of their connection. This shows that Taehyung pays close attention to everything Jungkook does because he loves him and supports him every step of the way. Jungkook also revealed a very important detail when he said that Taehyung still makes personal photo albums to keep at home. Many people are certain that these photos are of Jungkook, as they share a closeness that is palpable whenever they are together in public. Their love is evident because they are always attentive to each other's needs and feelings. Yesterday, Jungkook was determined to show that Taehyung is his man, and he did so directly so everyone could see it clearly. He wanted to claim his place by Taehyung's side because their relationship is the most important thing they have, and they don't want to hide it. The way Taehyung and Jungkook love each other is one of the most beautiful and pure things that exist because it's based on profound respect. Their eyes speak volumes every time they look at each other, their gazes are intense and filled with a feeling that is easy to understand. The language they use to communicate, both with words and gestures, is very tender and demonstrates that their love is real and very strong. After spending so many years together, they still flirt like two teenagers just beginning their story. This way of acting is so sweet because it shows that the spark in their relationship is still alive and that they truly enjoy being together. Taehyung and Jungkook love to tease each other, always doing so gently so as not to hurt each other's feelings, demonstrating their deep trust. A clear example of this was the adorable smile Taehyung gave when Jungkook decided to tease him a little while playing the violin. This reaction from Taehyung shows that he feels very happy and comfortable when Jungkook plays these kinds of playful but affectionate pranks. They are the most adorable couple because they find joy in the simplest things in life when they're together. Jungkook always finds Taehyung to be a very sweet and special person, and he can't help but show it through his laughter. It's clear that Jungkook adores everything about Taehyung, including his nickname Tae, which he uses frequently and affectionately. This feeling is mutual, as Taehyung also greatly admires everything Jungkook represents in his personal and professional life. The fact that Jungkook uses such a private nickname is a sign that they have a bond that no one else can reach. Every detail they share is a piece that confirms they are meant for each other and that their love is serious. They don't need complicated words for people to understand that their relationship is the number one priority in their hearts.